Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. Chris Bosh back in the ATL. Welcome back inside Phillips here in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, as the Toronto Raptors begin a 3-game road trip. And for the Toronto Raptors, of course, led by Chris Bosh. And Bosh has been superb here early on in the season. 3 double-doubles, coach, in the 4 games, averaging 26 points and nearly 11 rebounds.
Well, he's been spectacular. You talk about a guy that's doing it inside, improving with his back to the basket moves, face-up game, terrific, finishing in traffic, drawing fouls. It's all coming together for him.
And the Atlanta Hawks, they are jazzed up, and a good reason why. In New Orleans, they defeated the Hornets 87-79. It's time now for the starting lineups. Mr. Sub, as you take a look at the front court, Moon, O'Neal, and Bosh. It's going to be a tough matchup. Williams, Horford, and Smith for the Atlanta Hawks. They are young, they are athletic. And in the backcourt, Jose Calderon and Anthony Parker. And Mike Bibby, the veteran, out of the University of Arizona, picked up at a deal last year with Sacramento. And Joe Johnson, the 2-time All-Star. And before the game, Sam Mitchell said, listen, this is an Atlanta Hawks team, coach, that they finally realized. They looked around and said, we have a ton of talent. We got some lottery picks here.
Totally. And you talk about a team as well that could really drive you nuts on the offensive glass. They are averaging 15 offensive boards tonight a game, so they got a rebound tonight, the Raptors.
And Mike Woodson, you look at Mike Woodson and finally getting them into the playoffs last season, coach. And, this is a team that's kind of picked up where they left off. They took the Boston Celtics, the NBA champion of Boston Celtics, to 7-game series. As we take a look now at the winning strategies.
Well, first of all, a road game. You got to take good shots, take care of the rock, don't allow Atlanta to get in transition, play your game, play with toughness on the road from an offensive perspective. Rebounds a must. The Hawks, I mentioned, 15 offensive boards a game. They're 4th in the league. You got to go get it, win those 50-50 battles in traffic and block people out. And last but not least, perimeter defense. You got dynamic players like Bibby, Johnson, Smith and company. Contain, contest, get to people, and don't allow them to expose you in the lane.
Of course, Chris Bosh went to Georgia Tech, spent 1 year there. And that is located right here in Atlanta, is Georgia Tech, and it's about 10 minutes away from here, depending upon traffic, as Jermaine O'Neal needs to stay out of early foul trouble. He got into early foul trouble against Detroit, and then also fouled out at Milwaukee last Saturday night. Jose Calderon, folks, if he continues this, he's an all-star. And speaking of all-stars, Joe Johnson, just 26 years of age already in his 8th year, originally a 10th overall pick for the Boston Celtics, and then sent to Phoenix, and now here he is in Atlanta, and the Atlanta Hawks, for the first time in 11 years, are 3-0, and the Toronto Raptors have possession of the basketball to begin, wearing their road alternate black. Here's Jermaine O'Neal trying to get him going early. The hop step, the fade, the shot, no. And Al Horford will send it to Bibby quickly to Johnson.
Well, I like that. You're on the road. Try to establish your power game and try to get O'Neal going here early because you need him playing with energy.
Bibby looking for Joe Johnson. He is a tough guard. He can handle the basketball. He has played essentially 4 or 5 positions for the Atlanta Hawks. Great cut by Josh Smith. Lays it up and in on the back door.
He's so quick, and he finishes. Got those quick hops. Got to bang cutters. Nothing easy across the lane.
Atlanta played on Wednesday night in New Orleans. They were down 4 entering the 4th quarter on the road. They came away with the win. There's a steal. They averaging close to 10 in the easy bucket. And talking to Dominique Wilkins before the game, he said one of the reasons why they've gotten off to this 3-0 start is their commitment to defense and an early timeout.